approached to volunteer and said yes. We thought it would be a really good opportunity to serve and help out New Hope, and so we did. The overnight was our first shift, and so we didn't interact with many of the guests, but it was still a very rewarding experience, and we started to really see that there was a need for this type of service. We live downtown, and so over the years we've seen a huge growth in homelessness, even just in our area. So it became something we really wanted to help out with more and more.
I think what is really hitting me most now, after doing this for a few years, is that these are just regular, ordinary people. I work downtown, and on my lunch breaks I'll go out for walks, and I'll see some of the people that have been our guests, and they're just sitting on a park bench, or they're downtown in the mall having a coffee, and they look like just like you and me. They don't stand out any different, and I wonder, I know that they've been a guest. I know that they may not have a place to go tonight, but I don't think anybody else around them knows that. So that's just sort of something that I realize that this could happen to anybody.
The inn is specifically designed to help people that are looking to get back on their feet and get back into the work world and have a house of their own. So a lot of the people that are with Inn from the Cold are what you'd say are working poor. Many of them have part-time or full-time jobs, but they're just not able to afford living in the city. So primarily we see families at the inn. Women and children always have first pick, but of course there are many single men as well. But families are a big one, and those are the ones that really hit your heart when you're seeing children and realizing that they're living on the streets. Well, we share our responsibilities with Hillhurst United Church. So once a month, the third weekend of every month, New Hope and Hillhurst are responsible for either putting on a dinner or a breakfast, and we alternate that. So we are responsible for serving the food, preparing the food, getting the groceries and all that. But on top of that, we're also in charge of setting up the beds. So there is a setup team required to set up the cots and the space where they're going to be sleeping and eating. Also, there's time for visiting, playing games, connecting with the guests. So that's another area people can help out in. In the morning, there's also the cleanup shift. So we need to clean up the gymnasium at Hillhurst United so that it's ready for them on Sunday morning. So there's a lot involved, and typically each time we do an inn, we need about 10 to 12 volunteers. So this type of volunteer work is suitable for a large range of people. We have families that help with the setup, and it's a great time for families to get involved and serve, but also just to hang out together. We also have individuals, couples, especially for the overnight shifts. We need couples, we need a man and a woman there. So, and hey, that's a great time too for couples to spend time together. And then of course small groups. It's a great way for small groups to get involved. A lot of times a small group will take on an evening and do the dinner and visiting. Just the whole act of serving is a very rewarding experience, and no matter how tired you are when you go, or you know, there are going to be days you don't feel like volunteering, and no matter what, when you leave there, it's just a huge sense of satisfaction. It's just very rewarding, and you realize the need and just the interaction with the people. I mean, we're all human beings, and it's just amazing to be able to share each other's stories and help each other out when we can.